Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. It's been a tough period for us all. Hey, no audio. Can you hear me now? Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Diamond Breeze. I need a new door. Nothing to the old door where you give me. I just need the latest model. Diamond Breeze NG. They gave me a door 3 years ago or 4 years ago. That door has saved my life. As in, you guys don't understand. Before, we used to lock house and keep key under tire. We used to lock house and keep key under what is it called? Under Diamond Breeze engine. Now your matter they talk. In fact, I need one for my bedroom and one for my downstairs. As in, let me tell you this story, guys. Before Diamond Breeze NG came into my life, I did not know. You see, you don't know how useful something is until somebody gives it to you. Baba, floor mat, door mat, flower pot. We want to drop key. We'll now be hiding because that time my kids were in a school in Abidjan. So me and Taste Boss, we don't go hustle. Children will come house. The day where we forget to drop key, children go sit down outside like this. They wait for us till we come back. You will not sit there with their school bag. They don't wait like 2 hours. So we now started dropping the key. Any day we forget to drop key. Now so children go suffer. More. Now so Diamond Breeze and he just say, that they send me door. I say, I want to use door do. Okay, maybe they shall send me the door. I'm on a fingerprint door. Do you realize that from that day, we know the drop key outside the gate? I just registered all my children's fingerprint on it. When they come, they just put their fingerprint there, the door will just open. I've had this door for a minimum of 3 to 4 years, no issues. So now I don't even know whether the new model, now it's getting a bit rusty because, Lekki weather, the whole sea breeze, and I'm 5 minutes walk from the sea. So the sea breeze, they blow everything where they hear. So, guys, just get in touch with Diamond Breeze. Just get in touch with them. They will fix, as in, you need those doors in your life. You don't, as in, I never use key for 4 years. Amara, come. Come, close that door. How do you enter inside the house? Thumbprint. When was the last time we used key? Like 2019. Are you even sure it's up to it's more like 2018 or was it?
I think.
Because you guys were still in that school. I don't want to. Anyway, you've left. You were in Caleb then. Yeah. And then you guys, you come home and then we leave key under flower pot. Yeah. And it's risky. But guess what? The moment I register your hand, back I'm like this, finish. So all the 2019. It's battery operated. So you have to change the batteries. But guess what now? There are some newer designs that you can recharge the batteries. So I'm thinking of asking for one of those ones. And guess what? I like the one I have. We don't get. It's just that it's not major rust too. It's still looking nice. It's just that the breeze, the salt water, don't they touch and small, 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 small. So it doesn't look 100% the way it looked when I first got it. Ah, man, 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 man. Diamond Breeze NG. Thank you. So maybe I'll move the one downstairs to my room. You understand? Maybe I'll move the downstairs door handle to my room and I'll put the upgraded one so that they go fit they use fingerprints. They enter inside my bedroom. A lot of people asking how much. Yeah, just the lock. It's just the lock you buy. No, you have to. Somebody say Yale. Wait till they talk Yale. This one no be Yale mate, na thumbprint. And it they work, it no they fail. Amara, has that door ever failed? That door handle, that thumbprint, has it ever failed? Maybe when the battery dies. Maybe even when the battery dies, it will be warning you for like 2 months before it dies. Bata, bata, and then you have to be extremely careless. So just instead of asking me questions, just ask how much. I don't know. Ask Diamond Breeze NG. They are here. Just send them a DM. Someone said, "Is it a bulletproof door?" We are not talking of the door. We are talking of the lock. And yes, the door is bulletproof. Some of you can use your phone to open. Yes. I have that. That's also available. I was just too lazy to hook it up. So let us get to today's topic. Say something, Diamond Breeze NG. Let me pin your account. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Double click the screen. Double click the screen. Double click the screen. Say something, Diamond Breeze NG. Maybe put your email address or something. Let me pin it so people can get in touch with you if they are interested in getting that door. If you live in Lekki and you have kids and you don't want your kids to be looking for door and your my son can come home and let himself into the house. He doesn't need anybody to open the door for him. You understand? My daughter, for instance, the other day came from school and we're not in the house. And she hadn't been at home for like 3 months because she was in uni. And she came home and there was nobody at home. She just went, let herself in. By the time we came, we found her eating. She had warmed something for herself. You know, imagine she had to sit outside and wait for us. Abroad, free user, I'm here. I will upgrade you to the latest one. Type your email address or something they can use to get in touch with you. So this is Diamond Breeze NG. That's them on Instagram. Follow them now and ask them any question you are asking me. Just ask them. Any question you are asking me, ask them. Diamond Breeze NG. I'm not an expert on the doors. I'm just a user. And I just want to tell you, okay, Diamond, send to at Diamond Breeze NG. Okay, let me pin that. Okay, at Diamond Breeze NG to purchase. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen. Can you ship the lock? I am sure they can. Just get in touch with them. Just get in touch with them. That's them right there. I've used it for 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23. I've used it for 4 years. No issue. Mechanism has not failed. All I change is battery. And before that battery, once battery starts to die, you go to do one, you go to one, you go to one, you go to one. If you want you like 2 months. But now I heard there's an upgrade that's even better. So we're looking forward to the new one. What's your take on the Israeli-Palestinian war? I'm going to stay out of it. Because human beings don't like the truth. And if I tell you the truth, you will hate me. So let me just say no to the war. Let's pray for ceasefire and everything. And you know, I never support war on any level. But the truth inside this matter, e big pass me and you. So mo just come out, mo leave them, make them face themselves. I'm not gonna, no be me go talk am. No be me go talk am. Go and do your research. Go and do your research on I want to get you a topic to read. Now when I go research am by yourself. There's a name. There's a treaty. There's an. I'm trying to look for it to you. There's a treaty. And I used to know the name. Oh. Simply Vic, do you remember that treaty? Someone said that's a better discussion than the auxiliary. Me, I no go talk am. No be my mouth when I go hear anything wey concern Israel. Nothing concern me. Make them not stop to the kid themselves. There's a treaty. Simply Vic should know it. Me and Simply Vic don't talk this matter before. Someone said Israel can never lose a war. It is written where? In the book that, like I said, Pim, I no go talk. It's not the Oslo Accords. There's a name for it. Victor, are you not here? Why are you allowing me to stress myself like this? I think me and PT self don't talk about them before. Make I check my chat with PT. I'm going to look for it. I know I talked to PT about it. Sorry, guys, we're going to come to our topic. Has Simply Vic typed? Simply Vic should know that treaty. No, you know, reach 2020. Now, this year or last year, me and PT talk about them. There was a treaty. Hey. Not Oslo Accords, not Israeli Mossad. There was a treaty, not Abraham Accord. There was a name for it when Israel was supposed to settle in Africa, but then instead they settled where they are. Okay, let me go to PT's chat. I know say now me and PT talk this matter, and I know say me and Victor too don't talk this matter. So it's either any of them. Search Israel. Oh, how they forget things like this now? So I don't. Oh, hey. Well, Sherry, I don't find them. Thank you, person. Say me carry.
A few days ago, I made this video.
No promised land. I think it's the Uganda Treaty or something like that, not Camp David Accord. I'm trying to listen to my conversation with him. Uganda scheme. That is it. The Uganda. Just go and read the Uganda scheme or Uganda treaty. Just Google Uganda scheme. Just Google it. Read it. Read it by yourself. Not be me go use my mouth talk anything Israel. Israel. I've missed you to other blessing, my darling. Oh. Whoa, Baba. That's the only thing I can say is avoid war. As I say, war not good. Just go and Google the Uganda. Spend some time and do your research on it. Emike. There is no God. God did not promise anybody any land in the New Testament. Forget that thing. Now, Old Testament. There is no promised nation. Galatians chapter 3 verse 28 don't talk am clearly. There is neither Jew nor Gentile. We're all one. Nobody has anything promised. It's mistranslation of scripture to suit. But like I said, nothing concern me. Make una not make me talk about waiting big past me. If you read this matter, just go and read the Uganda scheme. Now Uganda people, because now them no green, you, I know they talk anything. Una go read them yourself. They make me I put mouth inside. The one this MohBad where we put mouth inside, we never come out for ram. Come be say Israel. Go say it to come you, make una free me. I don't give una go read Uganda scheme. When una read and finish. Somebody say if war come, war no go come Nigeria. Long Nigeria rogun. Waiting one use war do. Waiting one use do or do. Kevin 10869. Is that 10869 your account balance that looks like 10,600 naira? That must have been all the money you saved this year because only you they live for your own realities. Like you have created a reality for yourself. Say me abiame, but waiting you and your papa can't be. Allah Nirun. So please, everybody, let's mind our business. Let's solve MohBad. Right now, waiting concern Nigeria now justice for MohBad. Now it cost all of them. Someone says they are promised land. Who? Una go they read this Bible like saying a history book. Bible where some people write to suit themselves. Please, leave all of them, John. Which promise? God promise who? Make God come collect them from there for them now. Maybe God now promise them. Make God go collect them from there. Why did they use the Iron Dome? They collect them. Maybe God don't tell them say that their land. Why they can't they use Iron Dome? Why did they use gun? Why they don't just go there and say God say? How many guns Moses carry go meet Pharaoh? How many guns Moses carry go meet Pharaoh? No be snake in car, no be in rod in carry go. May they carry rod go collect the land now. May they see as it take baby. Like as I dey here, make person come tell me say God promise and taste buds, or God promise and my moto, or God promise and my diamond watch. We go bite ourselves. Our gear, our journey. Now you gonna say dog spirit dey my body. In fact, lion and tiger spirit plus cat own everything. That's why I go. I booing journey. But like I say, nothing concern me for Israel matter, and una no go make me talk. Cash flow with Justin say rest now give us today gist. Cash flow with Justin. Oh, the one mirror, oh, the real Roruko sorry. You don't even see name, give yourself cash flow. Your 4-digit ATM code is more than your account balance. We rely on cash flow. Cash flow, call poverty flow. That your PIN, it pass your bank account. In fact, if they divide your PIN by 2, half of them is still pass your bank account. We rely on cash flow. Cash flow, call. Would that be a letter no error for? We rely on cash flow. Cash flow, call. Penury flow. January live me pere cash flow Justin. Oh, ti eruko pere. If you really know yourself, you just say Justin P. We will know you gonna say Justin Poverty. I share poverty boy. Poverty. Anyway, let's go to today's gist. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, pop my money gun. Some people don't begin to pop my money guns. Big shout out to Tokes 777. Don't pop my money gun. Tokes 777. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you, brother. All of you who have not bought my money guns in a while, here I come and start buying. Follow my number 1 gifter. My number 2 gifter is Beauty by Glory. Love you, sister Gloria. I love you, sister, baby. Tokes 777. That's my number 1 gifter. Follow my number 1 gifter if you're watching on TikTok. Double click the screen. Pexy KG, I see you, brother. Hey, MohBad matter the ground. MohBad matter the ground. If you don't know what happened to me today, I go buy petrol. I just drove in my car to Pinnacle petrol station. Coach J, don't begin to pop again. $50 straight up on YouTube. Baba, I just drive enter Pinnacle petrol station for Lekki here. Luckily for me, all those area boys where they there, they be my boy. It's just that, let me tell you how they buy fuel for my motos, especially my sports car. They use jerry can, go buy fuel, come pour am for house. Because there's no way I will drive into petrol station and not dash those boys 20K. Because they go follow me, they go clear the whole motor, they go drive motor, come out. Someone said my account details. Let me mute TikTok. Sorry guys, TikTok doesn't allow me to announce numbers, so let me mute them. 100 131 7326 Zenith Bank. 100 131 7326 Zenith Bank. 100 131 7326 Zenith Bank. Names Ifedayo. TikTok people, make una no vex. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. So at the reverse, normal people they drive straight. They carry me go front. So I come they reverse with my motor. They go. I know say the motor loud. So I just they reverse and they go slowly to. I just reach my turn. One guy just jumped the barricade, begin they rush me. I sent it to Ada Blessing. As the guy just come, all the area boys just hold on. Say, wait till they do you. They just hold on. But me, I just see him like that, emergency train. At first, they look and say, wait a minute. I just match the motor. Boom, boom. Just rush out. I don't come buy the fuel. So I can't go back the petrol station with police. Say, who be the people? I don't go park the motor for house. Come, they no see the guy. And they find the guy. Because I don't know what I do. Where you go come rush me for petrol station. Luckily, say that my place. All those boys where they there. Then once they see me like they go follow me enter that petrol station. And it's always annoying, but at the end, the last time I bought petrol there with that same car, I had to give away 30K. As in, I don't go believe it, 30,000 naira. Petrol attendants, because everybody left their pump to come and see that they freeze. I had to give them 10K. Then all the boys, I had to give them 20K. I can't give the petrol people, say, may they give these guys, but may they not give them until I cross road with my motor. So that they don't want to say they want to say thank you. And may they not spoil my motor. So I just give them the money. I say, when you see me cross that road like that with that motor, when you hear, say I don't accelerate, go, give them the money. Now, we can save me with that too. As the guy, they jump, they come, they don't hold the guy. So by the time we go back, they say the guy carry Uber come, so he carry lag ride come, park the lag ride, come on, So I come ask them, say, why they no hold on? They say when I go, the whole land, then they can't leave the guy. I say, wow. Someone say it could be the MohBad. No, you know if you come and do MohBad matter for my area now. No be MohBad matter anything, no. And I don't do anything wrong for the MohBad matter. Anything, I've never said anything wrong. Oh, because I invited Naira Marley. Let me tell you, what is this guy's name? That other guy's name. Baba Abi Street, as in we 1 hour later, we're back there. This time I don't go drop the motor for house, the motor safe. Me, I can't date there now. Say, where them? Everywhere neat. No, but you see those boys where they give money, those boys, now them protect me. You see, and they tell my guy, we will go there today. I say, Baba, this area boys too, they get their own advantage. Oh. I get their own advantage. Oh. Area boys, now them save me. Now them save me. As they just grab as the guy they come, like 20 boys just hold and say, waiting. Almost I can't go back. The only thing they pay me be say, I no come buy fuel. So I still go back, go dash them money. Because they be my boys. I go hail them, hey, how far? Luckily I was not with Baby Freeze because Baby Freeze for panic. I was with Taste Buds. Taste Buds just say, Baba, move that. I just put my performance button on. Boom. I don't move. So I'm wondering, we are going to find out who that guy is. Will they go find out who he be? Because you cannot wait till they happen. Ada knows about the story. So anyway, don't say MohBad. I'm one of the only people in this world that is 100% neutral. Forget anything where they think. I'm one of the only people that is 100% neutral. Let me tell you something. Nigerian people, once you don't say exactly what you want, they want you to say, they will say you don't collect money. They go say you don't collect money. As they see me like this, I never meet Naira Marley before for my life. I've never set my eyes on him before. I've never set my eyes on MohBad. I've never set my eyes on... I never even knew Sam Larry existed. This matter, I bring Sam Larry out to me. And their fault, I will always point it out to them. Waiting they do that boy no good. I will never underestimate bullying. And I've said it over and over again. He get waiting they do that boy. Because that boy, they live in something, they worry that boy. They stress that boy to a point of the boy no dey okay again. But beyond that, I no think say I go come out public with the evidence that we are seeing and come and say, nah, them kill them. I will not say that unless I see more evidence. As I'm talking to you now, what's the name of that boy? That's his best friend. I'm supposed to bring his mother tomorrow. You see, let me tell you something, Daddy Freeze is the only blogger where did this Nigeria with una, where get face. I know Sabi Sam Larry, I don't know him from anywhere. Quote me anywhere. I've never set my eyes on. I've never talked to him on the phone. Prime boy, I've written his name. I've never. Naira Marley, I know of. I know his music. I don't know him. We've never talked. Ever. Let me tell you something. I am the only person in Nigeria today that puts his face there. All these other blogs, they know they put their face, they don't know them. Prime boy, God bless you. I'm supposed to bring his mother tomorrow. I brought the wife's people. The wife's sister talked on my live. Sam Larry's lawyer has talked on my life. Prime Boy's mother is going to talk on my life. Who else is that fair? There are some other bloggers that have face, but they are abroad. Now only me did this Nigeria. We get face. When they talk this matter. Okay, me, I'm very dark black man. Me, I'm very dark black man. Nobody else. Every other blogger is not putting their face. So I know what it means to be, I know what it means to be unfair to any of the parties. Kemi Oluloyo is not in Nigeria. So any Linda Ikeji is not talking about it. She's just posting the news. I mean those people that are actually talking, not posting news, actually putting their matter in. So I must be fair. So if today it looks like I'm tilting towards Naira Marley, tomorrow it will look like I'm tilting towards Prime Boy, next tomorrow I will look like I'm tilting towards the wife. Why? Because every day evidence is coming out. Every day new evidence is coming out. So I've got to be careful. How much money can somebody give me? I say, how much? Can they give me 100 million? Can they count on it? There's no money anybody can give me that can trip me in my life. Even 100 million is, I'm not saying 100 million is nothing, but I will not compromise my integrity for 100 million naira. 100 million naira is $100,000, more or less, maybe $110,000. And if I do not, somebody say 100 million is small. So what? Unless even a billion is $1 million. So I will go and collect $1 million and compromise somebody, and then 1 year down the line, they are looking for me. Baba, anywhere anybody face me, I stand my ground and I say I spoke the truth. On my life, I have brought the police, Benjamin Hundeyin. I have brought MohBad's wife's sister. I have brought Naira Marley's lawyer. Tomorrow, I want to bring Prime Boy's mother. How fair? How much fairer can you be? So all those people say that the freeze is compromised, that the freeze is compromised. How many of them have spoken across board to all parties? How many? Tell me, when they watch this saga, someone said, I made a mistake by bringing Dr. Kemi. Why? She too has an opinion. You see, let me tell you something. To build a proper story, if Samilari lawyer come, I go bring them. If MohBad wife come, I go bring them. Anybody that needs my platform, I will give it to them, whether you like it or not. Let them come and talk. Then when they are done talking, you judge them. When they are done talking, you judge them. I want to be able to walk down the street tomorrow. Make fear no they catch me. Say, hey, I don't go collect. Baba, let me tell you something. Unless you are born poor. Unless you are born poor. Now money good. Let me tell you, there's a kind of money that will make you. I'm not like that too. There's nothing I need in my life that I cannot afford. at least all my needs, including a lot of my wants, to the glory of God. Not be so they plan them, but to the glory of God. I can take care of all my needs, and I can take care of most of my wants. And I made sure, let me tell you, I charge ₦1,000,000 per interview. On this MohBad's case, I have not charged anybody one, because I don't want to charge Naira Marley them that can afford the 1 million. Then Prime Boy's mother that cannot afford the 1 million. So Prime Boy's mother will now say she cannot come on Daddy Freeze live because she cannot afford his 1.5 million naira an hour rate. I have one of the most expensive live sessions, and I don't give discount. Ask anybody when they come to my live. On this MohBad's case, I have brought everybody pro bono, because I believe that that's the only thing I can do. If this boy really wants justice, we are going to give him justice, the real justice he needs. I have respected everybody's opinion, from Instablog to Tunde Ednor to Very Dark Black Man to Gist Lover. There's none of them. Even if I don't agree with their opinions, I respect them, because nobody knows the beginning or the end of this case. How many people have brought police on there? I brought Benjamin Hundeyin as the gist was breaking. Big shout out to K Solo. I brought MohBad's wife's elder sister, Naira Marley's lawyer. Tomorrow, Prime Boy's mother. What more do you want? You want me to just sit down and be emotional and say it is these people without us hearing all their sides? Make Prime Boy mama come talk. When I go say the story go bend again. When Naira Marley lawyer talk finish, the story bend. Everybody say, oh wow. Kemi Olu lawyer also spoke. Oh wow. Police press conference also spoke. Okay. Let's hear Prime Boy's mother. But the way you guys are going, I've not given them a date too. I said I'm going to have this live and I'm going to fill the room. Abi, how did they talk up? I'm going to look around the room. And if I see that una still get this I go come out my hand for MohBad case, go sell my 1 hour to people who go pay me. Because I know if you follow MohBad, I want to say I dey look for justice for am, come put myself inside position where people go begin they find me on top waiting and not do. Miss Linda, oh, I just love this woman. Amazing lady. Miss Linda, God bless you, my sister. God bless you. And let me tell you something. Being fair means listening to the devil. Write this down, write this down, write this down, write this down. Being fair means listening to the devil, hearing the devil's side. That's the only way you can be fair and impartial. You have to go and look for the devil and say, devil, they say you do this, more hear your own. Then if he can't talk and wait till he talk not make sense, that is when we can take a decision. But we've not heard from the devil's side and we are judging him already. That's not fairness. Until you sit down with Satan and interrogate Satan, you can never be fair. Read the room. I said I was going to come live. I was going to read the room and look at the tempo and do like this. I come out my hand from a bad case. I am the only person that has a spread. As I'm talking to you now, there are 433 people watching me live on TikTok, 247 watching me live on YouTube, 443 watching me on Facebook, almost 1,000 watching me on Instagram. No blog has that spread. Is it that they have everything on Instagram or they have everything on Facebook? Me, I have that spread. I might not have the most Instagram followers, but I have the spread. And I know when you come to Daddy Freeze, your story go waka. Your story go waka. So if I have the spread, I must be able to do. If I stand before God and God says, what did you do with what I gave you? I must be able to be accountable. People come and meet me saying, Daddy Freeze, you are making money. The radio stations are also making money. The TV stations are all making money. All the YouTube channels reporting MohBad are all making money. All the blogs are all anybody that's saying is not making money is a liar. They are making money from this thing. I mean it. I know what the back end looks like. You don't. You don't. But my problem is, as I'm making the money, let me bring that boy justice. Real justice. Not justice for him and injustice for another person. Pure justice that I can stand before God and defend. Any justice that boy has, I should be able to stand before God and say, Father, Lord, I was part of the people that gave this boy justice. A lot of people come and say, Daddy Freeze, you are making money on Facebook, you are making money here, you are collecting stars on Facebook, you are collecting money gone on TikTok. I'm collecting you. Hello? Mongbao. If you don't like I'm log out. I block every day. I block at least 50 people. You don't have to listen to me. You don't. Somebody said that if every time I come and advertise on your platform, especially when I do the live videos, I get a lot of followers. I said, do you know why? Because everybody that is left on my live that I've not blocked are people that have sense. So I have 900,000 people that have brain in their head. Some people have 7 million people, only 20,000 have sense. I remember carrying taste buds to go and meet one celeb. This celeb had almost 10 million followers then. I said, please, help my wife, help her post her food, blah, 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 blah. Taste buds too, don't go buy plenty gas, buy one whole cow, buy 10 bags of 10 boxes of chicken, buy everything. Already say, once this person release the post like this, everybody they come, they price the market, nobody if you buy them. That's when I realized that you can have 10 million useless followers. You can have 10 million useless followers. And you can have 100,000 quality followers. That you engage your 100,000 followers, and inside that 100,000 followers, they will meet their deliverables. Tastebot sat me down that day and said, do you know when you advertise for me, I get people come and buy. Do you know how many people buy Tastebot? So I heard your husband talk about your food, blah, 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 blah. Do you know how many people? She said not one customer came from that celebrity. Nollywood celeb. Not one customer came from that celeb. And let me tell you one thing, I know they join Nollywood people. I know they join Nigerian celebs. They are some of the most biased people you can ever meet in your life. They are very good at this one I don't like, this one I like. The two of them will do the same thing. One will go to prison, the other one they will be praising and following his back and protecting. I'll tell you a story. When Fato Imbo's matter happened, I don't like Timi Dakolo. I don't like Fato Imbo. It's not like I like Fato Imbo, I don't like Dakolo. Or I like Dakolo. There were two people I disliked. So I was going to be fair to them. It's not like they were there was nothing that would make me tilt to any side. I hear the matter. They say, they do you something, you don't know the age, they come sit down, they use and launch in career. As blogger, go put her for church. I just looked at the whole thing, look anyhow to me. I said, what is this? The next thing, the whole Nigerian celebs jump behind the woman. I say, waiting be this. I went, I spoke my mind. made many enemies. I told them exactly how the judge was going to rule this case. The next thing they will say, hey, the judge was not. I know when judges are compromised. In that case, the judge was not compromised. Let me tell you, once case don't enter high profile, where everybody they look, they know they compromised. The judge even said they should pay Fatoyinbo 1 million naira. What were you expecting before? 1 year later, it happened again with their celeb this time. Exactly the same story. But because the celeb na their guy, they can't begin to cover them. I can't hear narrative like this particular girl na Olosho, the other one na wife. I said, does that change what happened? Let me tell you, the fact that a girl stands on the road and says, and she enters your car, and you take her to a sharp corner, and she says, stop, I'm not doing it again, and you continue, it is the same as if you do it to somebody's wife or somebody's daughter. There's no difference. How come Nigerian celebrities will judge their own people different from other people? Where is there? Let's have a clear yardstick. They were covering it up, left, right, and center. I called one Nollywood celebrity that was my friend then, I called up, I said, what's this you people are doing? Why can't we use the same hand we use for Fatoyinbo for this other guy too? You see, I felt that woman, she was a wife, she's a mother. Why would she want to compromise herself? But the other girl, uncle, because the other girl, you don't label her Ron's girl, you don't label her Molosho, even if na Ron's girl, even if na Molosho, must they force her? Me, let me tell you, me, forgive all or jail all. Now my philosophy. I don't like selective morality. All of you are moral, all of you are coming out, all of you are facing Fatoyinbo when it's convenient for you. But when another person does the same thing, the same exact narrative, somebody came and told their story. In both cases, nobody has any evidence. 2 women came to tell. One, they say shut up. The other one, they say continue talking. I will never be like that. It's either I free everybody and say, you know what? Let's forgive everybody. Or let's send everybody to jail. That being said, we also have to be careful. I say this and I say this again. Even if Naira Marley and somebody mentioned Apostle, show me a place where I've ever dragged a pastor because of his personal life. Just show me. I challenge you, show me a place where I drag pastor because of doctrine. Nothing concerns me with personal lives of any pastor. Worst case scenario, if the blood carries, if you just go there, go laugh, LOL. Nothing concerns me with the personal lives of any pastor. I am not their God to judge their personal lives. But you see, when they carry Bible, when they talk something where I not agree with, I go address them. I will address it. Now, I'm not a saint. I make mistakes too. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes I make mistakes. Don't expect me to be 100% all the time. But what I'm trying to say in this particular narrative, what I'm trying to say is, I try my best to be fair to everyone. And in my fairness, I will tell you this for free. I might not understand, I might not conclude that Naira Marley is involved or Sam Larry is involved directly in the buy of MohBad. But he get waiting they do that boy and he affect that boy. That boy was not okay. That boy was not okay. And they cannot say they don't know about it. It might not have led to his demise. It might be a separate matter, but people are angry because of that matter, because they feel that boy cried out and nobody answered him. And no matter how I want to hear everybody's side, every single person I've spoken to has pointed to the fact that something was not right with the way they handled that boy, and they must do him right. There must be a way that boy is done right. I will never say anything beyond that. I will never hang an innocent man for what he did not do. But that to say they are completely clean, no. No. The voice of the people, they say, is the voice of God. The people can be very foolish at times. The people can be very sentimental and emotional. But to get waiting, they pain them. Maybe that pain na small pain. Maybe na headache that they call an cancer. Maybe that pain na headache that they call an typhoid. But headache, they there. You cannot say they are not feeling anything. There's something there. Something they there. And that thing must be addressed. And that thing must be apologized for. And his family must be made good. That I would tell you for free. But unless I see proper evidence, I will not hang somebody who is innocent, at least of the full charge. But you see, if it be person, if it be say, I don't go give somebody here, and that blessing and my daughter, make I no use and do example. Chichi Obama. If you don't go give Chichi Obama belle. Now, me and my wife come they fight. Hey, blah, 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 blah. Then I now come there as in fight, they argue. Then police now come. He beat me. They come carry me go. I no beat him. Yes, I give the other one belle. May they hold me for that one. But may they no hold me for the one where I not do. And until our evidence coincides. Whereas this person has been asking me for my account number, I don't see any inflow. When I just they worry me, I want to pin another thing. Are you done with my account number? Those of you asking for it. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. Pop my money guns. Follow my number one gifter. Follow my number one gifter if you're watching on TikTok. Leave everything you are doing and follow my number one gifter. Those asking my account, I'm removing it in the next 1 minute. It's pinned on Instagram 100 131 7326. 100 131 7326. Zenith Bank Ifedayo. I'm so sorry, TikTok people. I just had to mute you. TikTok doesn't like numbers being announced. So I just had to pin that. Somebody say offering time, blessing time, nothing like that. Person asked me for my account number. He said, what's your account? And I pin them, and I'm removing it because I want to pin something else. I want to pin today's topic. Follow my number one gifter. Follow my number one gifter if you're watching on TikTok. Double click that screen. Follow my number one gifter. I'm about to get into the main point for today. The reason why we're gathered here today, I want to get into that. I want to get into the main reason why we're gathered here today. Ayo Aduku, thank you so much for popping my money guns. Follow my number one gifter. Follow my number one gifter. Once again, my number one gifter is no other than Mrs. Linda. Mrs. Linda, my lovely sister, bought 4 money guns. Ayo Aduku, I think, bought 3. And Ronti Daramola bought 1, if I'm correct. Big shout out to my long man, bought 3 money guns. Stokes 777, 2 money guns, and Dondol Steven bought 1. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. I want to get into today's topic. Can I remove the account number? Ayo Aduku, thanks for popping those money guns. Someone says, I want to send you something by Bitcoin. Yeah, send me a DM. I can forward you my wallet. Let me continue with what I'm saying. Now, let us talk about auxiliary nurses in Nigeria. We have a very bad culture in this part of the world. We have, someone said don't remove the account. Someone said remove the account details. Another person said don't remove. The remove or don't remove, I'm removing it in 2 minutes. If you need it, use it. If you don't need it, I'm removing it. Goes off in 2 minutes. Mrs. Linda, back to my number one gifter. Back to my number one gifter. Ayo Aduku wanted to remove her. Linda no Graham. So let me continue what I'm saying. We Nigerians are used to self-medication. We don't like hospital. Now, I'm going to talk about poverty. When you are poor, you don't like hospitals. I understand you can't afford it. But poverty mentality is carrying over the I don't like hospital mentality when you can now afford it. Poverty is when you can't afford it. Poverty mentality is when you can afford it, but you don't want to afford it because you are inheriting that poverty mentality. That mentality is following you into your wealth. Yoruba people say, start rejecting some things in poverty. Start rejecting some things in poverty. Start it. Build your mind. Reject it. Because you will have money in this life. Somebody is putting his account number, Rapture. You will have money in this life and you behave like a poor man. You have money in this life and you will behave like a poor man. Because how can you be sick and not want to go to the hospital? Let me tell you something. There are many things that followed me from poverty. I remember when I first started work at Cool FM, I used to have one boss every day, every week or every 2 weeks. He go do a manicure, in pedicure. Do you know that up until last year, I'd never done my manicure or pedicure before in my life? Up until last year, I had only done a massage once and it was free. I never count my money, go do massage before. I think maybe I've done 2 massages. I think 2. Do you know how bad it is? I will drive Taste Bus to go and do massage. I will park outside. She will go inside. I'll be on my phone. I'll go and do something else. I had that mentality too. It's not that I could not afford it. Now me they remind Taste Bus, say, babe, Mo go do our nails. Mo go do our nails. That time my toenails used to be anyhow. Even now, I still do maybe once a month. I know people that do their nails. Men that go and manicure their nails and do their pedicure once in 2 weeks. Me, I do mine like once in a month or once in 6 weeks max. because I don't have time. But now I know how to, and it's not cheap. If me and my wife go and do our nails, it will cost us about 40K for two of us. So what am I trying to say is, that mentality of going to the pharmacy, local pharmacy, to go and tell the pharmacist waiting they do you have to stop it. No, 40K for two of us. About 40K. It's about 37K. Then I just add maybe 4K for the girls that do it for the two of us. You see, many of us, why am I saying this is, many of us still have this mentality of going to see auxiliary nurse. And they feel like it's made they go bring nurse, we go give me injection. I remember one of my family members fainted one day. They come begin, they give her drip. Waiting they drip glucose. I said, did you check this person's blood sugar? How do you give, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse. But how do you, even if you want to give a drip, are you not supposed to check, you want to give that person sugar inside their blood? You don't first check their sugar before you pump in another one into their blood. Pharmacists and nurses are not doctors. Someone says people are too poor to go to the hospital. I understand that is poverty. But some of those poor people end up becoming wealthy or rich or comfortable, and they still refuse to go to the hospital, and they continue the way they were when they were poor. That is now poverty mentality. There's difference from poverty, and poverty means I don't have. Poverty mentality is I behave like who doesn't have even though I have. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, talk my money guns. Let's learn lessons. Let us learn lessons from this MohBad's demise. Nozeni.
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing? All right, I want to hear from you.
I'm fine.
Welcome to my live. Now go ahead.
Thank you. So in regards to this quack nurse thing, like I said, there's nothing like auxiliary. It's quack. Quack is quack anyway.
Are you a nurse?
I still find, yes, I am a registered nurse.
In Nigeria?
Currently practicing. Yes, I'm a registered nurse in the UK as well.
But where are you practicing?
I am currently practicing in UK.
Okay. But you see, I know what auxiliary nurses are. They are those nurses that train in a hospital.
The
Is
truth
it illegal?
it is illegal. It is 100% illegal. There's nothing like auxiliary. Quack is quack, because even while you're in nursing school, you find out that the nurses who are the lecturers, they don't take bribes from you, because they say, I might be the one in the sick bed tomorrow, and then you're the nurse to attend to me. And then if I take bribe from you today, I might die on your hand tomorrow. Because health is not something that should be joked with. First of all, the medication that was given, that's that Petrol, can be given in two ways, either through your IV or your IM. Now, the medication, if it's given through IM, which is lidocaine is like an analgesic.
Yes.
If it's given through your vein, it arrests the heart immediately. It kills faster than anything. So it might be that she has given the right medication through the wrong route. The most of these quack nurses, they're not nurses. Most of these quacks, they can give you injection. They don't know the rationale behind it. When you're going to school, there are ethics of nursing. There are conduct. There are rationales behind why you're doing every single procedure. But these people, they don't. Imagine somebody telling you that I'm graduating as a matron. So there's nothing like auxiliary nurses anywhere. They are quacks. They can't come out to the nursing arm. If you're not licensed by the Nursing and Midwifery Council, Nigeria, or any country, you're not supposed to practice as a nurse. Health is too delicate for people to play with. That's the truth. It's because when the truth is we underrate good health a lot, because when you're sick, you can sell your whole mansion just to make sure you attain that optimum health back. That's the truth.
A lot of people are disagreeing with you and saying there are auxiliary nurses. I'd like to hear from you. Believe that there are auxiliary nurses. Kindly come, Josh Presh. Can you send me a request? Let me bring you to live. Let's have this conversation, because I want to get to the bottom of this. Are you an auxiliary nurse? If you are, how do you become an auxiliary nurse? Please,
there is no
I want to
nurse.
be
You can
educated.
only be a health assistant. You can only be a health assistant. You can never. There's nothing like auxiliary nursing. Quack is quack. If the Nursing and Midwifery Council should go to a hospital, trust me, the hospital will not tell you as an auxiliary nurse and say you cannot own up and say you are a nurse. There's nothing like auxiliary nurse. Just that Nigeria, we take everything so lightly. There's difference between health assistants and auxiliary nurses, because it is either you are an auxiliary nurse, which is totally quack, or you're a registered nurse. If you're not a registered nurse, then you're quack. That's why most of them, they will give you injections and then it will cause abscess. Most of them will give children injection and it will cause paralysis. So you cannot they just administer. Oh, you get a headache, take paracetamol. Oh, you get fever, take this. They don't know the rationale behind it, most of them. So they are supposed to be trained as healthcare assistants, not auxiliary nurses. They are not supposed to even administer medication in the first place.
What are your thoughts? All right. Hello.
Hi, Dr. Fresh.
Hi, how are you doing? I don't turn me to doctor now because I get 2 nurses. Oh yeah, continue. It is well. Double click the screen if you're watching on TikTok. Follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. Follow my #1 gifter on TikTok. If you're watching on YouTube, right where you type, that's where you can buy my super chats or super stickers. Just look out for that rectangle with $1 in the middle. Click on it. Yes, my darling sister, let me hear you.
How are you doing, Daddy? Fantastic.
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
I'm okay. You see, this topic is very sensitive. When I hear the sister speak, I know she got something upstairs, right? Because I tell you, I'm typical African. I'm from Liberia, by the way. And I've seen somebody. I'm not a registered nurse, but I can teach nurses some things, okay? That's because of other credentials that I have. The only thing I don't want to do anymore is bedside care. That's the only thing preventing me from going to nursing school. Let's put that aside. But what the sister is saying that it is accurate, because I remember going back home for a visit, and our people have this tendency of not checking the patient before administering anything to them. They don't feel do follow up before they go give treatment for sick person. You can't just get up and inject somebody something without checking their levels. You can't get up and give somebody IV without knowing the amount of fluid retained in the person's body. I said it, and I even said it to one of the neighbors at the house back home when I was there. I said, if my mama go hospital, ain't go get injection. Because I saw it happen to somebody. They gave this girl fluid, and you can see that she was overloaded with fluid. You can see it. She was sweating from bottom to top. When I tell you bottom to top, this girl was sweating. Okay? Everything is chook. Go give injection or you go give IV. You don't even ask question, are you dehydrated? They don't ask the question of, are you having diarrhea? They don't ask the question of, what have you eaten? Where were you? Could it be some other conditions? They don't ask these questions. Once they know somebody went to some little nearby school, they would think they're practicing. People are practicing beyond their scope. You can't do that. You need to be able to prove with adequate knowledge to do stuff like that. And if people are hearing people accountable for the things that they're doing to family members, life is too dedicated, like she was saying. You don't just get up and drop people up. There are restrictions on how you administer medicine, the route. You need to understand route. There are medication you put under the person's tongue and they just deserve. When you put it through the mouth or you put it through the eye, it's going to cause big damage. People are going to medical school back home. Some of them, they were doing wonderful. We're not saying we don't have great practitioners and great nurses, but a whole buck of them are not practicing the way they should. And they're not paying attention because all they want to know is where the tags that say, I'm a nurse, I am an assistant, I work for this hospital. People are just working for the title. They're actually not.
Dr. John Jay seems to know something about this. I need a nurse practicing in Nigeria. Thank you so much, my darling sister. I need a nurse who's practicing in Nigeria. Tell us about this auxiliary nurse thing.
Hi, Dr. Freeze. How you doing?
How are you doing?
Good. Long time.
All right. Lovely talking to you. Lovely seeing you, Reggie baby. How are you? So go ahead.
I'm good. I just wanted to say something. I am a registered nurse, and I have been in the United States for like about 14 years now. And there's something that I wanted to just clarify, to be honest. I did my nursing in LUT, Lagos University Teaching Hospital, before I came to the United States. And in that program, it was a 3-year program. It was to be to get your certificate into being a registered nurse, right? When it comes to auxiliary nursing in Nigeria, as at that time, I don't know about now, as at that time, when it comes to auxiliary nurses in Nigeria, it was a 3-week program, right? And in that 3-week program, they just taught the nurses the basic stuff. And
That's not nursing.
Wait, listen. All right, just listen. Let me talk, and then you guys can say whatever you want to say, right? Okay. And then I'm sorry, I didn't say hi to you guys.
That's okay.
Hello. So back in the day, they do call all of us quack nurses, and they call us like Nurse Eliza. That's what they call, and that thing freaks me out. Like, I get so upset when I had to go to school for 3 years, do the clinicals, training, rotations, everything, pass exams, psychopharmacology, psychiatry, pharmacology, and all the clinical rotations I had to do. And then you now have to group me as an Eliza nurse or as an auxiliary nurses. Those days they do just 3 weeks, and then they are good, right? And then it's so easy to use them because it's cheaper, it's easier. You don't have to get pay them as much as you pay us, right? And that was back in the day, right? That was in Nigeria. When I came to America here, they are called the certified nurse assistants, right? And they are the most intelligent nurses I've ever seen. Like if you're an RN, we as RNs, what we do mainly is like supervise and do mostly paperwork, right? And then we have the CNAs. They are the ones that bathe the patient, clean up the POOP, do all of the good stuff. So now in the hierarchy of nursing, we have the CNAs, which in Nigeria they call it the auxiliary nurses, right? And then we have the LPNs. In America, the auxiliary nurses are the CNAs, which are called the certified nurse assistants. But these CNAs, they do go for training for 6 weeks.
What is Dr.
And in
Fred's
that
handle?
6 weeks program,
Somebody said I should bring Dr. Fred. What's Dr. Fred's handle? Please tell me.
Go ahead, sister.
Continue.
Okay, so in America here, the auxiliary nurses that they have in quote in Nigeria are called the certified nurse assistants, right? In America, they go for a 6 weeks program, and then they do an exam, and they have to pass the exam with a cutoff mark, and they get a certificate, and they renew that certificate every year or every 2 years. And then the next level of nursing is the licensed practical nurses. Now, the licensed practical nurses are like the step above the CNAs. Those ones, they go to school for like a year and 6 months, about 18 months, and they kind of like learn how to give injections. They learn how to do all the things that normally an RN in Nigeria will do, right? And then, you need, as an RN working in a hospital or something, you need a CNA and an LPN to make your shift go wonderful, right? So then after the LPNs, we now have the registered nurse, and then we now have the nurse practitioners, and then we now have the DNPs, which are like the doctorates in nursing, right? So in that aspect, right, the nurse, I don't know where she falls under, but for a qualified nurse assistant in America here, they are like well trained, but they are not allowed to give medications. They are not allowed to give injections. The LPNs can give injections, but at the same time, you have to be supervised by a registered nurse in some areas. Now in nursing homes, the LPN can give injections. They can give medications, right? But when it comes to IVs and catheters and intracatheter medication, or like very invasive, procedures, the RN has to step in and do the job, or supervise the LPN while they do the job. So the CNA in quote, which you call the auxiliary nurses in Nigeria, they have no business touching a medication, let alone injecting or giving an IV to a human being, because you're not licensed in that department. So for like someone like me now that I'm a student in nurse as a nurse practitioner, we can actually also, when I finish and I pass my exams, I'm like a step higher now. You can actually kind of like see patients, because my own level now is in psychiatry. I can actually see patients, prescribe medications, but at the same time I still have to be at the confines of a doctor that has an NIP. But like in some states, nurse practitioners can practice without a doctor's NIP in some specific states, right? So, that nurse had no business, absolutely no business holding an injection, let alone injecting a human being. In America here, you can actually go to jail for doing that. That is so not wrong. That is so wrong. And it's so unfortunate that in Nigeria, the healthcare system hasn't evolved to the level where you can monitor these people. A lot of private clinics have these nurses because they feel like they don't want to pay registered nurses the amount of money that they deserve. You will never see a teaching hospital or a very well-known hospital in Ikoyi or Lekki having these quack nurses. I'm sorry, but like they are quacks. I'm so sorry. They are knowledgeable, yes, because they are always around nurses. They're experienced, yes, but are you certified to give that medications? They are not. I'm sorry about the other lady. I really wanted to come here and just say my 2 cents because I feel like she was even kind of like getting it all wrong. And I was driving. I was like, oh my God, no, this is not it. Get the information out. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
All right, we have a doctor here.
I think she said what she said because she wasn't sure of the terminology differences, like you were saying. The CNAs, we also have 2 stages of the CNAs. There are advanced, and there are also those ones that can also, handle colostomy, all that type of stuff, But back home, they label them differently.
No.
It's just too wrong. People
no. CNS don't handle colostomy. They can. CNS don't handle colostomy. The CNS can actually take the waste and measure it, but it's the LPNs that do handle the colostomy. The LPNs and the RNs are the ones that do the dressings of the colostomy. But to empty the colostomy bag. To empty the colostomy bag, you do need the CNA to do that. But to do the dressing of the colostomy itself, or to measure or like put a new bag and stuff, it's the LPN, the licensed practical nurses. Or if you don't have that, then it will be the RN. Or the RN can do it with the CNA. But the CNA has no business doing a lot of invasive procedures. So it's very unfortunate that this whole thing happened with regards to the nursing or the healthcare aspect. I think this whole thing should be a learning experience, especially in the healthcare world, to be able to reform and change the healthcare system in the Department of Nursing, because I feel like this stuff would never have happened if, with regards to the healthcare department, if the necessary channels were being taken. If you had gone to the hospital, if you had even asked for a private duty nurse who is a registered nurse, that nurse will know that they had to, you cannot mix that medication with an IV and a paracetamol in the same IV line. It's either you give it separately or, to be honest, IM. You give IM one hand. You cannot mix IVs with, you have to be very careful what you're mixing, because it's going straight into the veins. And then also, I don't know if if it was in a hospital, there will have probably been like a blood work. First of all, they will do blood work, they will do urinalysis, they will want to find out what's in the blood, they want to find out what's in the urine, so that they can know if they need to counteract what's going on. You cannot just give medications without taking history, without doing physical assessments, without assessing and evaluating what is going on, taking your necessary questions. You come to my clinic and stuff like that, I'm asking you questions. What happened? When did it happen? How are you feeling? What's going on? You're asking all these questions, and then you're trying to find out what is the probable diagnosis, what are the differential diagnoses.
All right, let's hear from the doctor. We have a doctor in the house. Let us hear from the doctor. Dr. Fredowski, where are you practicing medicine?
Daddy Freeze, good evening. I'm in Nigeria right now. I'm in Lagos.
Okay, awesome. So you're on ground. Tell us, share your thoughts with us concerning this topic.
Okay, so first of all, let me say this. In Nigerian medical system, there is nothing like auxiliary nurse. Now, the history of auxiliary nurse started from doctors. Doctors messed up the system. And I'll tell you what happened. So some doctors actually can't pay the registered nurses. So what they do, they look for young ladies who never went to the nursing school or who never went to the university, and then they train them in the hospital. And these doctors certify them by themselves, which is not legal. And then these nurses, over the years, came out and started calling themselves nurses. And that word auxiliary nurse does not exist in Nigeria. Abroad, you can call them nursing assistant or whatever. Now, these auxiliary nurses have gotten to a point where they now assume the functions of the registered nurses. So there is nowhere in Nigeria where we have auxiliary nurse. It's either you are a nurse or you are not a nurse. It's either you are licensed, and even when you have the licensed nurses, they know their limits. Auxiliary nurses don't know their limits. So first of all, let's not call them nurses. They are called quacks. But when you try to say it outside, they come after you. So medical doctors in Nigeria messed up the system. Some of the big medical directors, a lot of them, I know them, they know us, we know them. Big hospitals in this nation, you have most of the nurses are auxiliary nurses, and you can't even speak to them because they claim that they know the job much more than you. So even when you're trying to talk to them, they don't listen to you. So first of all, let's blame the doctors. They messed up the system. We are not talking about UK. We are not talking about America. We're talking about Nigeria. And most of these nurses, when you go outside, people regard them even much more than the registered nurses. So if you never went to the nursing school or you never went to the university to get trained, you must not touch a human being. And why is this important? Because the nurses who are trained, they know when and when to refer a patient to see the doctor. But the auxiliary, I'm emotional. I'm sorry, I'm being emotional because they've messed up the healthcare in Nigeria. Healthcare is crazy, and it's sad that we are talking about this when we lost someone. Next, we don't know who will be the next person. It might be your relation, it might be your family member or your friend. So in Nigeria, there is nothing like auxiliary nurse. Now, when you say this, they come after you as if you are going against their profession. But let's call a spade a spade. Now I'm here and I'm not shying away that doctors are free. They messed up the system. The big directors, you will be shocked to know that some of the hospitals you go to, some of them, they have auxiliary nurses. So first of all, let's sanitize the system. And this whole conversation of are they auxiliary nurses or not, it doesn't exist. When you go abroad, then you can start talking about care assistant or the rest. But it doesn't exist out there.
Even that one, you have to go back to school to obtain that in order for you to practice as, auxiliary nurse, whatever they call it.
It's painful that we are having this conversation right now. And in pidgin English, now we fuck up, now we mess up.
Language.
Sorry, that the sorry. But we messed up, and it's high time we all have a round table, everybody in the healthcare space, all stakeholders. Now, after having this conversation now, people will start saying, why did he have to go there and say this? But it might be anybody tomorrow. You might be traveling and you have an accident and somebody needs to attend to you, and if you are not careful, one auxiliary nurse somewhere might claim that she knows what she needs to do and administer something to you. And if you are not careful, we are having this conversation again. So please, there is nothing like auxiliary nurse in Nigeria. That origin came as a result of the doctors trying to look for cheap labor.
Yep. But even just to add to what the doc is saying, right? There are some hospitals in the state here, not to put any of them on the line, but when you do get a job, that's why they try to make different levels, like the sister was saying, right? They have regular CNAs, then they have the advanced CNA. You do go through the hospital system to be trained to do some of those things, but you can still not exceed that level. So I think part of what Doc is trying to say is all staff needs to know their limit and their practice boundaries. When you don't know your practice boundaries, it causes problem. I don't give a rack about you not trying to pay somebody, but you do not use another life to
Guys,
put
be
that
very
on the
careful.
line.
Language. Let's not use any of the.
That
Yeah.
is what make I say Rocco. I don't give a rack.
Okay. See, I want to say something. I'm sorry. I want to say something. The only reason why I'm actually even talking really is because I trained in Nigeria. And I do have. I was born and bred in Nigeria, to be honest with you, before I came here. So I trained in Nigeria in Lagos University Teaching Hospital, and I do understand the healthcare system. Even while I'm still here, I'm still in contact with the healthcare system in Nigeria. And Doc, you said everything correctly. If you go down into the history of auxiliary nurses, it was the doctors that trained them because they wanted cheap labor. And then, all of a sudden, because I think back in the day, back even before I was probably even born, but there was a lot of mistakes that was going on. And then what they did was that the Nigerian the Nigerian Nurses Association came together and decided that they were going to have nursing as a profession where you're going to get a degree. So it's either you get it as an associate degree through a hospital for 3 years, or you go into the university and get a degree. And then you are now certified, and you will go through the rotations according to the way the system or the program is. You have all your major courses. We have pharmacology, we have med surg, we have all of those courses that you have to do. Psychiatry, you go through everything, and then your clinical rotations, you have to go to all those rotations from pediatrics to psychiatry. You go to all the rotations. Rotations were really, really difficult for me back in the day, and I know I have a lot of colleagues too that can say the same thing. It was tough. The exam was tough. The rotations were tough. It was not it wasn't a piece of cake. Your exams, your rotations, everything, even the final exams, it wasn't like a walk in the park. So when you're coming out and you're saying that you're a registered nurse, you can beat your chest and say, yes, I'm a registered nurse. What do you want me to do? I'll take care of it with confidence, because you know what you're doing, So we're trying to talk about it in the construct of Nigeria. Forget America or London or wherever, right? In Nigeria, what can be done so that no one will get into this problem where, we all have to, I think that what we have to do is that you can ask for qualifications. In America here, if someone wants to treat you, they can ask you, what are you treating me? Who are you? What are your qualifications? They have the right to ask. They have the right to ask, what medications are you giving me? You have to explain to them, I'm giving you this pill for this, and you have to explain all the pills you're giving to them. And they have a right to tell you, I want this pill, I don't want that pill. And they can ask you, what is your qualification before you touch me? And I feel like every Nigerian, if they can, should talk about, if someone is coming to treat you, you have a right to ask for their qualifications. You have a right to do that, because I feel like your life is not something that you can buy in the market. Is very precious. So you can also be part of your own health. You can be part of, that's what we always teach people here. Be part of your own health. Be part of your own care plan. Be part of your own well-being. If you are part of your own well-being, you'll be more that you'll be very in tune to want to do stuff to make yourself feel better. So if I am asking you, what is your qualifications? Can you do this stuff? Do you have anyone around you that is equally as good as you? You can get a second opinion. It mustn't be that same person that you want to work with. You can always get another opinion.
I want you to stay. Hold on. My darling sister from Liberia, please, can you leave so I can bring another nurse?
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate
You're welcome, Daddy. Thank you.
D full fan, I'm gonna follow you right back. Hey, you didn't wait for me to follow you before you left. Anyway, there's another nurse that I'm going to bring. Oh my goodness, where is she? Hey, Nurse Zani. So nurse underscore Zani. Okay, so let me hear from her as we're rounding off on this particular topic.
Daddy Freeze, if I may add quickly, maybe I could calm down.
No. I added you earlier on, Nurse
Okay.
Danny, now.
Yeah, I brought up this issue at first that
Okay.
there's nothing like quacks. That there's nothing like auxiliary nurses, that quacks are quacks. So I think the other nurse who came in was trying to say no, that they are auxiliary nurses. I think the doctor has said it though. There's nothing like auxiliary nurses. A quack is a quack because, like I said earlier on, there are rationales behind every steps in
Okay.
you give. For every procedure you do, there are rationales behind them. So most times, he said it. You find some doctors who don't want to pay nurses, and then they just train. They tell you come to school of nursing, and they just train you and give you a certificate, and they tell you are automatically a nurse or an auxiliary nurse, and you start working with them. They learn practically from them without the appropriate knowledge, like the ethics, the conduct, the rationale. They have no idea about it. Like I said earlier on, ceftriaxone is given through 2 routes. I think that was the medication that they said was given to MohBad. Ceftriaxone is given through 2 routes. Now, you can give it the right way, but through the wrong route. The doctor can still attest to it that if you give an IM ceftriaxone through your vein, it kills very fast. Because
Can I say something, please? Can I say something, please?
It's
Okay. In emergency situation, in emergency, nobody is discussing ceftriaxone. In emergency, you are concerned about the
Saving
airway.
life.
You are concerned about if the patient is breathing. You are concerned about circulation. Now, auxiliary nurses don't have this knowledge. Ceftriaxone is not needed in emergency.
No,
in emergency.
No, they said
I'm coming.
Giving ceftriaxone.
I know.
Nurse, that's doctor. Doctor is your senior. Doctor.
No.
We all have our fields.
No.
Please, let's not do that.
We all have
Come on,
our
Reggie baby. Is doctor not senior of nurse? Let me ask. I'm
We all
sorry.
have our fields. We are all professionals.
Everybody has their own,
Go there. I beg.
Yeah, we all work together. We're all healthcare professionals. We all collaborate together
Okay,
to make sure that
apology,
everyone is okay.
Sorry, I thought doctor was senior to nurse.
I beg. Okay. So now the problem that it frees. If you go to the hospital or you're managed by an auxiliary nurse, what you hear most time is malaria, typhoid. We're talking about emergency. In emergency, we have no business talking about ceftriaxone. If you are giving ceftriaxone, maybe you are preventing an infection. And if an infection is to occur, it might take you about 48 hours. So whatever happened, we don't even have a clear picture of what she really gave to MohBad or something like that. Now, all we are trying to say here is we don't know who would be involved tomorrow. Yeah. In emergency, we have what we call the golden hour. The airway, the breathing, circulation, and then you talk about medications, maybe medications to arrest bleeding, medications to help the heart and the rest. So auxiliary nurse does not exist. And I want to stay on that for certain reasons, because nurses have been disrespected. I'm not talking about doctors. Doctors, we have our own cases to discuss. But nurses have been disrespected by auxiliary nurses. And if care is not taken, this will get to a point where we can address it. And that the freeze has given us the opportunity to address it right now. There is nothing. So if you're an auxiliary nurse and you're watching this live stream, I'm sorry that what I'm saying might hurt you. But if you want to be a nurse, either you go to the nursing school or you go to the university. Now, if you want to assist, if you want to assist in the hospital, you can assist, but please do not handle the human life. If you don't have the license to handle a human life, please don't touch it. Because somebody can be stable right now and immediately the person can become unstable.
Yes.
And then we don't know what to explain and how to explain it. But when you go back to the society, you hear people saying, this nurse no work past even the doctors. And you find out that the nurse is even a quack.
Yes. Thank
So
you
please,
so much for saying that. That is amazing. Thank you so much.
There is nothing like auxiliary nurse. It's either you are a nurse or you are a quack.
Now, let me tell you guys something. Here's my own addition. Because my father is a doctor, and my younger sister is also a doctor. So we have 2 doctors in my family. Sometimes a doctor might be hesitant to give a medication because he wants to make sure your blood sugar is normal. He wants to make sure your BP is normal. He wants to make sure certain readings are taken into consideration before he administers a drug. But the nurse runs and gives you the drug, and it's guesswork. And your response is quick. You get result. That how you got that quick result is how you buy too.
Yeah.
But with a doctor, the likelihood that you will buy is very, very minimal. Because before a doctor administers something, he will have checked you properly. A nurse, it happened to one of my family members. The person slumped, and then the next thing we found out they were giving the person glucose. They now come and say the person is feeling better. Of course you feel better when they pump sugar into your blood. How will you not feel better? But what if you are diabetic?
Daddy Freeze, can I share with you a story? So somebody complained of body pains. And then I had a conversation with this fellow, and he said, I'm on paracetamol, I'm on diclofenac, and on ibuprofen together.
Hey!
And calm down. It's not over. And prednisolone. and I asked the person, can you please snap the medications and send to me? So the person sent the PCM, sent the diclofenac, sent the ibuprofen, and the prednisolone together. And I asked, who gave it to you? Let's leave that. Now, when you take that medication, you feel okay. Your pain disappears immediately.
Your liver disappears with it too.
And you say the nurse no work. These people know their job, but they are destroying that fellow. A doctor would not do that.
I understand in some instances, after surgery, I've seen the combination of cocodamol and ibuprofen from a doctor. And I was a bit worried. It was one of my kids had surgery, and they prescribed cocodamol and ibuprofen because the pain threshold was very high. I started calling all my doctor friends. Everybody said, after surgery, me said, the doctor said, and this doctor was a surgeon, but I still did not trust. I was like, you don't combine anything with PCM. Is it that you're on ibuprofen or because cocodamol is PCM with codeine. So I was like, no. By the time I called like 4 doctors, everybody said, I called 4 doctors and 3 pharmacists. They all said it's okay, he's done. My mind now came down. But you will just go and combine
Now, there are certain medications. A doctor would not even allow a nurse to give. The doctor will sit down with the patient and will take that doctor 20 minutes to give. The doctor would not even allow the nurse to give certain medications. But the funny thing we have in this country, right? No. There's a reason. There's a reason now. There's a reason. Okay, let me tell you something. So these medications are to protect the heart. It will give you an idea to protect the heart. Now, if you go to the pharmacy in Nigeria, everybody can access medication. Anybody can even buy anti-cancer medication. Anybody could just wake up. Anybody can just wake up, go to the pharmacy without a doctor's prescription. And then when complication arises and people start running to the hospital, and at that time it's late. Most of the problems we are having are from the private hospitals, because the government hospitals, they do their checks, they screen and the rest. But in private hospitals, this whole stuff, we don't have it like that. So I want to appeal. I want to appeal again. If you are a quack, you are an auxiliary nurse, please go get trained. If you are not trained, do not handle.
Be a nurse.
If you are not trained, do not handle the human life. And then to the doctors, let me use this opportunity to the medical directors training these auxiliary nurses. You guys are messing up the healthcare system. Some of them are so big that I can't talk to them. They are our orgas, very big orgas. When they come now, they don't bore me well. I have to keep quiet. And some of them listen to this like this. So please, I beg you, sir, if you are training auxiliary nurses, you are messing up the healthcare system. Stop them, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you guys so much. God bless you. Thank you all the doctors. Sorry, the one doctor and all the nurses that came live. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. And we are part of sanitizing the society. We want a better society. We must be the society we demand. Take care and God bless. Justice for MohBad means nobody else should buy in the hands of an auxiliary nurse. That is justice for MohBad. And until this is sorted out properly, we will continue to wallow where we have been wallowing. Thank you all for popping my money guns. I'm going to come back later on in the night. We have so many things to talk about. Take care and God bless you.